Something extraordinary is happening in China that most of the world hasn't even noticed yet. Can you imagine stepping into an aircraft with no pilot, pressing a button on a touchscreen, and flying across the city at 130 kilometers per hour? Well, it's no longer science fiction. While Western companies are still waiting for certification, China has officially launched the world's first autonomous flying taxi service carrying real passengers. From pilotless air taxis that navigate entirely on their own to modular flying cars that transform from trucks into aircraft, today I'm showing you the 8 most revolutionary flying machines changing transportation forever. Stay until the end, because the aircraft at number 1 has already completed over 76,000 flights and is now commercially transporting passengers in multiple countries. We start with something that has completely transformed an entire city into the world's testing ground for the future of flight. Shenzhen averages over 8,000 drone flights every single day. That's more than any other city on the planet. To put that in perspective, while most cities are still debating where to allow a single drone delivery route, Shenzhen has 53 active routes crisscrossing the city right now. Here's what's truly remarkable. By the end of 2024, the food delivery giant Meituan had completed over 200,000 drone delivery orders in Shenzhen alone. Imagine ordering bubble tea from your phone and watching it descend from the sky 10 minutes later. That's not a promotional stunt. That's daily life for residents in this city. But what makes Shenzhen truly extraordinary is the infrastructure being built beneath those flying machines. The city is investing $1.7 billion to construct over 1,200 vertiports and 10,000 5G base stations, specifically designed for low-altitude aircraft by 2026. They've even created the world's first dedicated legal framework for managing airspace below 600 meters. Since 2023, Shenzhen has logged more than 780,000 commercial drone flights. The craziest part? 40 years ago, this was a fishing village. Now it hosts the densest urban air traffic network ever created. While other countries write reports about the future of aviation, Shenzhen is already living in it. This city didn't just prepare for flying taxis, it built the entire world they'll operate in. In 7th place, we have something that explains exactly why China is winning this race, while everyone else falls behind. China's low-altitude economy is projected to reach 1.5 trillion yuan by 2025. That's $211 billion dedicated entirely to aircraft flying below 1,000 meters. By 2035, that number nearly doubles to 3.5 trillion yuan. But here's what separates China from the rest of the world. In 2024, the government made low-altitude economy an official strategic priority in their National Work Report. More than 100 cities have announced dedicated policies. 26 provinces have deployed development plans. Over 800 companies worldwide are competing in the eVTOL sector. But China holds the decisive advantage. While Western manufacturers wait 7 years or longer for certification, Chinese companies achieve the same approvals in just 31 months. The contrast is devastating. In December 2024, German air taxi makers Lilium and Volocopter both filed for bankruptcy despite having working prototypes. Meanwhile, Chinese manufacturers were delivering certified aircraft to paying customers. This isn't just about building better technology. China constructed an entire economic ecosystem around urban air mobility, combining regulatory speed, manufacturing scale, and government investment that no other nation can match. They're not just competing. They've already won. In sixth place, something that proved flying taxis aren't just for sightseeing tours around tourist attractions. In February 2024, Autoflight's Prosperity aircraft completed the world's first intercity eVTOL demonstration flight, traveling from Shenzhen to Zhuhai across the Pearl River Delta. The 50-kilometer journey took just 20 minutes. By car, fighting through traffic, that same trip requires 3 hours. But what makes this achievement truly extraordinary is where it happened. This flight crossed one of the most densely populated regions on Earth, home to 86 million people, through airspace bordering 3 international airports, including Hong Kong, Shenzhen, and Macau. The Prosperity carries 5 passengers, reaches speeds of 200 kilometers per hour, and flies 250 kilometers on a single charge. Autoflight set the world record for longest eVTOL battery-powered flight at 250.3 kilometers. To date, the company has completed over 10,000 test flights, and they've already delivered their first aircraft to a Japanese operator. The expected price when mass production scales? Around $150,000. That's less than many luxury cars, except this one flies. Autoflight didn't just demonstrate that electric aircraft work. They proved flying taxis can connect entire cities across oceans, transforming them from novelties into legitimate transportation infrastructure. In fifth place, China's automotive giant has entered the skies with something truly ambitious. Geely isn't just any car company. They own Volvo, Lotus, and hold a stake in Mercedes-Benz. Now, their aviation subsidiary Aerofugia has rolled out the AE200, and in September 2025, the first prototype came off the production line. This beast carries 6 people, making it China's largest passenger eVTOL. The specifications are impressive. A cruising speed of 248 kilometers per hour, a range of 200 kilometers, and a wingspan stretching 14.5 meters. But here's what truly sets it apart. The AE200 became the first manned eVTOL in China to complete the all-tilt transition flight test, where the rotors shift from vertical lift to horizontal cruise. Only one other aircraft in the entire world has achieved this. The market has already responded. Aerofugia secured over 1,000 commercial orders before production even began. Sichuan Airlines, Hualong Airlines, and Thailand's SIT have all signed up. Their first year of production capacity is completely booked. In May 2025, they received certification for passenger sightseeing operations. The company that mastered building cars for the road is now applying that same mass production expertise to the sky. When automotive giants start building aircraft, the entire industry changes overnight. In fourth place, something that solved the single biggest problem holding back flying taxis worldwide. Battery limitations have always been the Achilles heel of electric aircraft. Limited range, short flight times, safety concerns. In November 2024, EHang shattered those limitations by completing the world's first solid-state battery test flight in a pilotless passenger eVTOL. The result left engineers speechless. The aircraft flew for 48 minutes and 10 seconds, nearly doubling the standard 25-minute endurance. This wasn't some minor improvement. It was a technological leap. The battery, developed with Shenzhen Inc.'s energy technology, delivers an energy density of 480 watt-hours per kilogram. It operates in extreme temperatures from -40 to 150 degrees Celsius. The secret lies in its construction. Metallic lithium serves as the anode, while oxide ceramics form the electrolyte. This combination dramatically reduces fire risk, improves storage stability, and requires less maintenance than traditional lithium-ion batteries. But here's what this really means. Flying taxis can now travel twice as far on a single charge. Applications that were previously impossible, like high-rise firefighting and aerial logistics across cities, suddenly become viable. The same battery chemistry promising 1,000-kilometer electric cars is now flying passengers through the sky. This breakthrough transforms flying taxis from tourist attractions into genuine transportation solutions. We reach third place with something that looks like it drove straight out of a science fiction movie. The Xpeng Aero HT-Land. Aircraft carrier isn't just a flying car. It's a 6-wheeled electric truck with a 2-seat aircraft hidden inside. Press a button and the rear opens. A carbon fiber eVTOL unfolds its rotors and launches into the sky. The mothership drives 1,000 kilometers on a single tank and charge combined. The aircraft can fly 5 to 6 times before the vehicle needs refueling. 18 minutes of charging brings the drone from 30 to 80%. The controls are so intuitive that Xpeng claims you can master the basics in 5 minutes and become an expert in 3 hours. The market response has been staggering. Over 7,000 global orders, including 600 from the Middle East alone, representing the largest overseas bulk order in flying car history. Price: under $280,000. Their Guangzhou manufacturing facility completed construction in September 2025, ready to produce 10,000 units annually starting in 2026. This isn't a flying car. It's an entire airborne ecosystem on wheels, and thousands of buyers are already waiting. In second place, the aircraft designed to connect entire cities through the air. EHang unveiled the VT-35 in October 2025, and it represents a massive leap beyond short-range urban flights. This long-range eVTOL cruises at 216 kilometers per hour with a full load range of 200 kilometers. It measures 8 meters long with an 8-meter wingspan, weighing 950 kilograms at maximum takeoff. The price reflects its capabilities: 6.5 million yuan, roughly $910,000. But here's what makes the VT-35 revolutionary. It's designed to create what EHang calls one-hour air mobility living circles, connecting major metropolitan clusters like the Yangtze River Delta and Pearl River Delta, Beijing to Tianjin, Shanghai to Hangzhou, flights that transform multi-hour drives into 60-minute journeys. The Chinese government is betting big. Hefei invested 1 billion yuan alongside EHang to establish manufacturing and certification facilities. The aircraft shares infrastructure with existing vertiports, meaning it can land in parks, on rooftops, even parking lots. The VT-35 transforms flying taxis from city novelties into the backbone of regional transportation networks. Meet the aircraft that has already made history, not once, but multiple times. The EHang EH216S became the world's first pilotless passenger eVTOL to receive type certification in October 2023. Then it earned production certification in April 2024. Then in March 2025, operators received the first ever air operator certificates for passenger-carrying unmanned aircraft. No other flying taxi on Earth has achieved this. The numbers are staggering. Over 76,000 safe autonomous flights completed across 18 countries, including Thailand, Japan, Saudi Arabia, and Brazil. 2 passengers step inside, input their destination on a touch screen, and 16 propellers lift them into the sky at 130 kilometers per hour. No pilot, no human intervention, just pure autonomous flight. The aircraft underwent over 40,000 trial flights before certification. Thailand's Civil Aviation Authority chief personally rode in one, becoming the first regulator in history to trust a pilotless eVTOL with his life. Starting January 2026, commercial service launches between Shenzhen and Hong Kong. 20 minutes versus over an hour by car. Price? 2.39 million yuan, around $336,000. While other countries debate whether autonomous flying taxis are possible, China is already selling tickets. What we've just witnessed isn't some distant future promise. It's happening right now in Chinese cities. From drone deliveries arriving in 10 minutes to autonomous air taxis flying passengers between major cities, China has built something that the rest of the world is still dreaming about. The question is no longer whether flying taxis will work. They already do. The real question is how quickly they'll spread beyond China's borders and whether the rest of the world can catch up to a country that has already certified, manufactured, and deployed what others are still testing. Which of these flying machines impressed you the most? Would you trust a pilotless aircraft with your life? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.